Hi, my name is Alexis and I'm a doctor of physical therapy at Kessler Rehabilitation Center in West Orange on Northfield Avenue. Physical therapists are movement specialists who have worked with many young runners. It is our job to identify risk factors for injury and help rehabilitate after injury. Did you know that over 36 million children ages 5 through 18 in the United States participate in a sport like running? I am here today to discuss various risk factors that can lead to injuries and basic ways to help prevent them. Participating in a sport or another athletic activity like running can increase the risk for an injury, including an overuse type injury, which is the repetitive use of muscles or bones without an adequate rest period. There are different factors that can contribute to an injury. Some you can't control, like growth and development or alignment of your body, and others you can control, like muscle imbalances, technique, training schedules, and history of prior injury. As mentioned before, a growth spurt is a major risk factor for an injury because bone and cartilage are less resistant to forces put on the body. Be aware if your athlete complains of pain in the central low back, hip, front of the knee, elbow, or foot because these areas are at a higher risk for a stress injury. During growth spurts, coordination and movement patterns can be affected, thus increasing the types of loads that the body bears. A physical therapist can help identify movement impairments and construct a physical therapy program to address activity-specific techniques. How your body is aligned can also put you at risk for an injury. For example, the type of foot you have. If you have a flat foot or a higher arch, can definitely influence your running form. If you plan on running consistently, it is a good idea to get a type of sneaker that helps to support your specific body alignment. The foot can also be supported with equipment like shoe inserts or orthotics, but be sure to consult a physical therapist or other medical professional when determining when and how to use them. A common running injury, especially for young, physically active girls, is pain in the front of the knee. Some things that can cause this pain in the front of the knee include abnormal forces on the knee, muscle imbalances, weakness in the muscles in the back of the body like the buttock and hamstrings, and the decreased ability to control the knee from collapsing inward when running and jumping. It is important that this condition is recognized early because it could put the young female at a higher risk for an ACL injury later in life. In general, females are more likely to get an overuse injury than males. Also, females are more likely to experience a re-injury. Research shows that girls with pain in the front of the knee would benefit from a targeted, preventative physical therapy program addressing the strength and movement dysfunction. It is also important to perform a dynamic warm-up before running in a practice or race. A dynamic warm-up involves active, stretching movements that engage muscles you will then use during your activity, as compared to static stretching, which involves you holding a stretch for a number of seconds without moving. A dynamic warm-up before running can be more beneficial than static stretching because dynamic stretching keeps your body temperature warm, enhances coordination and motor control, and prepares the muscles for running. It could be something like a lunge with a twist or high kicks. Finally, when thinking about risk for injury, previous injury is the strongest predictor for a future injury. It is very important that the young runner recovers fully and properly from an injury. It is also important to recognize and correct the factors that could have contributed to the injury in the first place. This is where a physical therapist can help. We are experts in anatomy, physiology, and biomechanics, and can evaluate and assess the child or teen after injury to be able to rehabilitate him or her to ensure safe return to sport and decrease the risk of a future injury. Kessler specializes in the prevention and treatment of running injuries. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 866-33-REHAB for an appointment today. No prescription needed.